everybody, Fantasticairy here, back with another video. In this week's video, I'm going to be painting some wildflowers. I recently visited a park where there was lots of flowers, fauna, flora, critters, and it inspired me to paint more wildflowers. It was nice to get out and about, go for a walk, take my own reference, so that I could paint in my sketchbook the things that I seen. What I love about taking my own reference is I notice details I wouldn't have noticed before if I just looked at something, like this butterfly, the way the sun hits it and all the different colors and the way they shine. And the daisies too. They look simple, but they have a lot of unique characteristics that I kind of wanted to try to paint. I'm excited to take more future reference and videos for my sketchbook so that I'll remember it as a memory, and also it's good practice. Alright, so let's get started. The flower I'm going to be painting right now is kind of one of those purple flowers I've seen. They kind of act like a little bit of a vine, and they grow in with the clover. I created this purple with a touch of red in it to give it this brighter look. Starting off with a lighter value, kind of just roughly painting in the shape. I'm not really going for super realistic, just believable. Adding in a little bit more water. I want to make sure it stays mostly wet so that I can use the wet on wet technique to blend in some red and to blend in some blue as well. It looks a little bright here, but I just trust the process, and then I go in after and just kind of mix in a little bit more purple, and I mix in those reds and those blues together to get another kind of purple. And I'm just lightly dabbing with my #1 round brush, letting the colors blend naturally together. And of course the flower needs a stem, so I'm drawing in a wispy, thin stem. I could have used my #1 liner brush, but I decided to keep using my #1 round brush. I give it a little bit of shape, a little bit of line of action, giving it more of a flowy look. Then I noticed it had these little leaves coming off these viney-like stems, so I added those in as well. And I'm just shaping them in with my sap green color that afterwards I mixed in with a little bit of brown to get a darker color of this green. And then adding in those leaves on the other stem, making this flower composition look balanced overall. It's very satisfying if you're able to get a nice thin line for a stem. And then afterwards, like I said, adding in that darker color, the darker value of green. It looks a little dark here, but afterwards it'll dry a lot lighter. Taking my 0.5 round brush, and now I'm going to add in some little details for the flowers, giving it a little bit more characteristic, defining a little bit more of the flower petals. The detailing part is a lot of fun. You get some really cool looking style that you can add with watercolor, playing with its medium. Okay guys, I'm going to let you enjoy the final reveal of this entire sketchbook page of wildflowers, and I'll see you at the end for the end result. And here's the final result. I really like how this page turned out. I think it's one of my most favorite pages I've painted recently. This page is pretty stylistic. I got a little bit of designs in the top left, the bottom right corner. Kind of filled in all the gaps with mix of colors with the wet on wet technique, using colors that I used for the page, giving it a nice cohesive flow to it. I think my favorite that I've painted are definitely the bluebell flowers from last week's video, and then in the center, the daisy. It's a white daisy, but I give it more of a purple kind of look to it. And then the red daisies were a lot of fun to paint. I'm definitely going to be painting more wildflowers throughout the summer before summer ends. And pretty soon I'll have this whole sketchbook filled. I think that about sums it up for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. You can find me on the social medias and the link in the description below, as well as my imprint shop, where you can purchase the prints and stickers of the artwork I've done thus far. Including the mini prints, they come with this cute little stand, which you can purchase my full illustrations, like this one, The Watchful. Link in the description below. Again, thank you so much for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more. It really helps me out. I'm excited to make more videos of my sketchbook and painting and exploring the watercolor medium alongside with you guys. It really encourages me when I hear the nice comments. I always think my videos are a little short and maybe not all that entertaining, but I'm glad that some people out there enjoy them. So thank you so much. I will see you guys next week. Videos are every Friday. And yeah, okay. Bye bye, guys.